Hello and welcome to Technical Penguin. Today I'm going to cover changing the Transaxle oil in your RM480. The manual specifies to do this every 100 hours. If it is the first time, I recommend doing it within 1 year and 50 hours. This is to cover wear in. New components are going to shed more metal particles and you want to get those metal particles out. So for the first time, do it at 50 hours or 1 year. After that, you'll want to do it under normal use every 100 hours or at most every 2 years. This is because this Transaxle has a breather. It is going to maintain atmospheric pressure, which means it may bring in outside air and along with that moisture. A little bit of that is going to be fine, but over time you might have moisture buildup into the oil. So you want to be able to get that out. That's why I recommend no more than 2 years on your Transaxle oil. That's under normal use. If you're a heavy user, for instance, if you tow a lot with your mower, if you have a lot of steep hills, or if you carry a lot of heavy loads, you'll want to do that more frequently, probably every year and 50 hours. Before you can change the Transaxle oil, you have to remove the batteries. For this reason, it's not a bad idea to do a Transaxle oil change as part of your battery swap. The manual specifies using a GL4 80W90 gear oil. GL4 oil is hard to find, and it is specifically for manual transmissions with brass components, such as a synchro mesh. Most people in the community use GL5 oil, which is much more readily available and seems to work fine in these Transaxles. I recommend using a synthetic oil. Synthetic oils are usually weighted 75W90 rather than 80W90, and that just means they're going to perform a little bit better in colder weather. This is the oil I use. It's from Redline. It's a midline performance oil. You can use a less expensive oil such as Valvoline. Just make sure you get the synthetic 75W90 version. The manual also specifies that you need to add 250 milliliters of gear oil. 250 milliliters is approximately 8.5 ounces, or the same as 1 cup plus 1 tablespoon. There are a couple ways to measure the oil. The first method is the least accurate. That's if you have a bottle with a viewfinder on it, you can use the viewfinder to eyeball how much oil you add to the Transaxle. For the next method, you can get a juice bottle from your recycling bin. Fill it up with 1 cup plus 1 tablespoon of water and make a mark. Then empty it and wash it very well and dry it very well. If you still have water vapor, you can put it into the microwave to kind of push that water vapor out. But make sure it is completely bone dry, and then you can fill it up with oil to the line, and then use a funnel to fill the Transaxle. For the third method, you can use a large plastic syringe. This is a 250cc syringe. cc's, cubic centimeters, are the same as milliliters. All you have to do is take the cap off the end, remove the plunger, then put the cap back on, fill this with oil, and then start to put the plunger back just a little bit just to form a seal, but you won't be able to push it too much because there'll be too much air pressure. Then you can tip it up so that the air goes back to this end, take the cap off, and then push it in the rest of the way until you get to your mark. Then put the cap back on, and then once you're over the hole, you take the cap off again, put it into the hole, and then slowly depress the plunger to put the oil into the Transaxle. From the back of the mower, if we zoom in, we can see the Transaxle vent and the Transaxle filler hole. And on the bottom, we can see the drain plug. Place an oil pan under the drain plug, and then use a 6mm Allen wrench or hex key to remove the drain plug. Use the same wrench to remove the fill plug. This will allow it to drain faster. Once the oil is finished draining, remove the drain pan. Wipe any oil from the drain hole. Wipe any oil from the drain plug. And reinstall the drain plug. Pour 250 milliliters of new oil into the Transaxle. and reinstall the fill cap. Collect the old oil in a container and take to the recycler. I like to use detergent bottles for this because they have a built-in funnel. And now you can reinstall your battery and get back to mowing. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. For more tips and information on your Ryobi 48-volt mower, check out technicalpenguin.net.